You as a single individual do affect the whole, and the more of you who are awakening every single day, the more that effect is a positive one, and the closer we are all moving towards the completion of the ascension of this entire universe. Welcome to the Reality Revolution. I'm your host, Brian Scott. I'm delighted to return to the Arcturian Council. I love to read the channelings of the Arcturian Council. These are by Daniel Scranton, and you can find them at danielscranton.com. The Arcturian Council have provided some amazing channelings in the past. They provide powerful spiritual statements on ascension, reality creation, and the shift happening on planet Earth. Oftentimes, I believe that there's something more beyond the words when I read them and listen to them. It creates energetic activations, and so it's always lovely to return to these powerful teachings. In this particular set of channelings, we cover everything from energies closing out 2025. Is humanity headed down the same path as the Arcturians? More people are awakening every day. Predictions of a cataclysmic ascension, and so much more. The October 2025 energies and closing out 2025. We are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. We are very pleased to announce to you that the energies of October 2025 are upon you, and they are having the desired impact that they were created to have. These energies have been sent to you from all across the universe to solidify you in your position there on Earth as heart-centered beings. These are energies that are designed to place your consciousness in your heart, where you can feel stable and secure instead of vulnerable and scared. Many people have reverted to the mind, to the head, to protect themselves, to keep themselves from feeling something, but also out of fear that if they don't know what's going to happen, then they might perish. Nothing, of course, could be further from the truth. You don't have to be able to predict everything with your physical mind in order to maintain any level of safety that you would want to maintain. You do want to be heart-centered because you want to be guided by your higher self, your higher mind, source energy. You want to follow your heart. You want to do what lights you up in your heart. You want to focus on what makes your heart sing. You want to receive and follow the guidance that's coming to you from within your heart. And these October energies that are already upon you are helping you to do just that. They are helping you to be centered in your heart and remain heart-centered even when there is a temptation to go back into the head and try to figure everything out or logic your way out of a situation that requires you to feel something. We're not saying there's no place for the human mind in your life experience. We are saying that you use it to such an extent that you tire yourselves out from overuse of the mind. And because you live in the information age, you are more likely to look for facts and solutions using something like an internet search tool. And many of you need to put down your devices, close your eyes, get out of your heads, and drop your consciousness down into your heart, where you can see and feel what's going on for you that's truly important. It's hard for you to know what the inner guidance is if you're not completely in your bodies to receive it. And so these energies of October 2025 will help you to be more grounded, more heart-centered, and more stable in that position in your heart where you are ultimately wanting to be. You want to have a heart-centered experience in your life, whether you know it or not. And many of you are just realizing this well into your adulthood, and so you have to unlearn what you have learned. You have to start from scratch with these practices because you have been taught to think about facts and figures and the true history and what mathematics will lead you to conclude rather than looking within and finding out what's going on inside of you. There's so much happening within you all the time, and your heart always knows what all of that is, what it means, and how to move forward in the best possible way for you and for all of humankind. And so relax, open up to the October energies, let them in, and get yourselves heart-centered so you can close out 2025 making all the right moves in your lives. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. Is humanity headed down the same path as the Arcturians? Greetings. We are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. We have a long history of life on our worlds and moons and our star system to tell you about. We have told you that souls incarnate in our system to explore spirituality and spiritual evolution. And they had physical bodies and physical needs during those times when there were a lot of different civilizations on our various worlds and moons in our system. We are now mostly non-physical. However, all of us who comprise this council, this collective of souls, can remember what it was like to be physical and to have physical needs. We experienced different forms of the same challenge that you have there on Earth. There were those who at times would get sick. There were times when beings felt like they were hungry or didn't have enough of the resources that we needed to live. There were times when those of us in physical form would go on long journeys and would need a place to stay or some food to make it through the journey. One of the unwritten rules or policies within our solar system was always to help whoever was in need. If someone were to show up at someone else's doorstep because they were on one of those treks, and that person needed food and a place to stay for the night, the door was always open. We did not have fear of one another, and we always treated one another with respect, dignity, and as though we were all related genetically. In the same way you would be helping out a sibling, an aunt, an uncle, a cousin, we helped each other as though there was that kind of bond between us. And that is because we understood that those bonds do in fact exist, always have, and always will. Having that type of understanding that we are all one, and we are all connected, helped us to evolve spiritually. And so you help others to evolve spiritually by helping them in all the ways that you can. You help yourselves to evolve spiritually whenever you are receiving or giving help to another. It is important to receive and to give and to see no separation between you and another. So if something is happening to someone else, you then realize it is happening to you, and you want to do something about it. You want to help in all the ways that you can. You now have all the hunger and all the homelessness and all the violence and all the strife and all the wars that you have on your world in this moment to give yourselves the opportunity that you need to see your fellow humans in need as just you wearing different clothing. When you answer the call to feed a hungry person, to house a person who has no home, then you can feel the oneness as a real visceral experience rather than just as a concept. You grow whenever you exude the knowing that there is no lack and there is no separation. You grow in so many ways as you see yourself in the other, and the other in yourself. And we're not telling you this to boast about yourselves or to point out the differences between our civilizations and yours, but rather we want you to know where you're headed. You are where you are now, and you choose that particular reality and that particular experience of separation and lack for your own very good reasons. But where you are headed now is where you are being led. You are being guided to the best version of reality, and others like us, having experienced in our collective past, we want you to know it's possible to get there, and you wouldn't have signed up for any sort of assignment that was impossible. So keep your heads up and know that you need the circumstances to be what they are today in order for you to evolve in all the ways that you chose to before you incarnated. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. More people are awakening every day. We are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. We are very pleased with the way the consciousness is shifting there on planet Earth, and we want you to know that the ripple effect is felt throughout the universe every time you make a choice that supports the greatest and highest good of all. You are shifting the consciousness of the entire universe every time you even hold the intention for the greatest and highest good of all. Because in that moment you are in alignment with Source. We are all seeking to experience more of that alignment with Source because as extensions of Source we are capable of so much more in that alignment. There is a need, of course, for each individual within the universe to be making choices that reflect the truth that we are all one. And so when one makes a choice that is a clear reflection of that truth, you are helping to up-level the consciousness, and you are more powerful in your intention. Some of you may not know what to do at times. And in that not knowing, a good choice for you to make is then to simply set the intention that you will do what is for the greatest and highest good of all. You can also set the intention that you will receive inspiration to do what is for the greatest and highest good of all. Now, as we said in our opening statement, we see more and more of you doing this, and we want you to trust in that process. We want you to have faith that what you're doing is enough. And so we want you to understand that simply by holding that intention, you are doing much for the entire universe. You do not have to reach every person at the level of their mind and change their mind. And so you do not have to write that best-selling book or have that YouTube channel that reaches millions of people in order to have the impact that you want to have. Change your own mind. Change your own point of focus. Become more optimistic about the future for humankind. And you will be aligning with Source and with that timeline. You have the ability to put yourself on a timeline that is best for all humankind and is also pretty good for you, because what is best for them is also very good for you. And that is due to the connection that exists between us all and between all of you on Earth in the physical. Don't think for a minute that you have to do something huge in order to have a huge impact on your reality. Do what you can and what feels good to you, and recognize that it is your intention and the energy you infuse into that action that is of utmost importance. You as a single individual do affect the whole, and the more of you who are awakening every single day, the more that effect is a positive one, and the closer we are all moving towards the completion of the ascension of this entire universe. It is a large undertaking, and yet every little bit helps because of the ripple effect, because you affect everything and everything in the universe with each moment, with each thought, and with each intention, and of course with each action. You all sometimes get hung up on these actions and think that you have to take an action that is so big that you can see the ripple effect. Our advice to you is to feel for the energy that you are putting out into the universe and know that it is affecting everyone within its vibration, and that truly is how you can be a service and be a part of the ascension of humankind in a conscious and deliberate way. Predictions of a cataclysmic ascension are everywhere. Greetings. We are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. We have been observing how well you have all been handling the energies that you have been receiving, and we also marvel at your progress there on Earth. You have used over the history of your existence on Earth unwanted experiences to assist you in your growth and in becoming the more ascended versions of yourselves. You've experienced many cataclysmic events throughout human history, and the times that you are living in right now are spurring on more growth and more of your spiritual evolution through the hardships that you have been facing politically, economically, and with all of the health challenges that you face. You are getting to the point where, as a collective, you will realize that you do not need to create cataclysmic events, chaos, and other calamities to get yourselves to grow. Your growth does not have to be painful and does not have to involve suffering through a dark night of the soul, not individually and not collectively. And when you realize that, you can relax into the major changes that are coming for all of you. And those major changes are coming also because you are creator beings, and as creator beings, you are what is better right now. You are choosing better systems, you are creating them, and you are focusing your way onto those timelines where these new systems are already in the works or are already in place. So don't worry, don't give up hope, and don't assume that there has to be some sort of massive disruption in your day-to-day lives in order to shake everyone awake. Every single person on earth has a plan, and that plan is being executed by their higher selves. And you don't have to worry that they are somehow going to miss the boat. Everyone who is meant to be on the boat will be on the boat. And some people will check out before it's time to have ET contact and to ascend, and that is perfect as well. It doesn't mean you need to cut the population in half. It doesn't mean you need to experience one natural disaster after another in order to get where you're going. But we understand there are a lot of predictions out there, and there are a lot of doom and gloomers out there who are telling you this must happen in order for you to ascend. You need to let go of those ideas and start following your own hearts. By following your own heart instead of someone else's predictions, you put yourself on the highest timeline for your ascension and for humanity's ascension. So you really only need to be listening to yourselves and what you are being told by how you feel. And if someone's prediction of the future feels off to you, if it doesn't resonate, then it's not for you, and you don't have to choose it. And you don't have to assume that there is just one future, not ever. You have the option of choosing to have the free will to do so. And you can choose to grow through joyous experiences of ecstasy and bliss. You can choose to grow and expand through relaxing and being at ease with your lives the way that you are. You can choose to ascend pain gracefully because you are creator beings, and you do get to decide what you experience always. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. What type of light worker are you? We are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. You are the ones who are leading humanity through its ascension. And therefore, when you look at yourselves and your lives, do take that into account. Do not diminish your contributions to the ascension in any way. In fact, always remember that you are doing so much more in this life than just trying to survive or even thrive throughout the decades that you have there in a physical body. You are taking consciousness where it has not been before. You are up-leveling the spiritual nature of the human being. You are leading humanity to the fifth dimension through your example, through what you do and think and say, through what you believe, and by being who you are. So if you have issues with your partner or issues with your health or with paying bills, do not be hard on yourselves or think that you're failing in some way. Just know that those aspects of life are far less significant than they would have been in any other lifetime. You have to choose to have much more meaning in your life, and you are the ones who are deciding what your contribution is, what your life is supposed to be about. And one of the ways you help others to ascend is by leading through your example and showing people what is possible through focus, through thought, through raising one's vibration. And when they see you do it, they will be more curious about how they can do it as well. Remember that you also get to thrive, and that you're meant to have balance in your life between the work that you're doing to raise the level of consciousness and the time you get to spend just relaxing and enjoying the physical. The physical reality is like a vacation from your true home in the non-physical, and the ride is meant to be enjoyed. If you're not enjoying the ride, then do something more than just blaming your circumstances, your karma, your past lives, your genetic line, the government, the cabal, or any of the others you could blame that on. And just ask yourself the question, how can I change the way I'm looking at this right now to feel better, to enjoy it more? And if you get quiet and close your eyes and breathe consciously, we can almost guarantee that you will get an answer. At times, you will need to also feel and process through those feelings in that moment before you get the download of an answer. But eventually it will come, and you will be able to shift the way you are perceiving the situation, the person, the life experience, so that you can enjoy your journey more as the light worker that you are, and you are the one deciding what kind of light worker you want to be. Again, that was not preordained and not assigned to you. Now that you are there, and you see what is available to you, You absolutely can make more conscious choices about how you want to participate in the shift in consciousness, how you want to show up for your fellow humans. And remember that it might change from day to day, week to week, year to year. So don't think for a second that you have to do the same thing over and over for decades in order to make a difference there on Earth. Just be yourself and be true to yourself and know that your life has purpose. It has meaning, or you wouldn't exist as you do, as you are, and with the interests that you have. Follow through with what is coming to you as an impulse, and you will be surprised at times and amazed at what you can accomplish now that you couldn't 5 or 10 years ago. It's that kind of world that you're living in right now, where so much is happening and happening much more quickly than ever before. It's a wonderful time for you to be a light worker there on planet Earth. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. Galactic energies coming in for the rest of 2025. Greetings. We are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. We are evaluating the way you all are handling the energies that are upon you. We're working with other collectives in the 9th dimension to formulate a plan for how we can help the rest of 2025. We know that many of you have been living in what you would call a tumultuous year of experiences, and we know that many of you are calling out to the heavens for help. We want to assure you that help is always on the way, and we want you to know that we are always considering and reconsidering how we can be of greater service to you. The Syrians are really stepping up their game at this time, and we've been working with them extensively to discover what new strategies we can employ to help those of you who are awake to anchor in more of the high-frequency energies. We know the Awakened Collective is the key to humanity's ascension, and we are not just flattering you by saying that. We know that you are balancing so many lower vibrational frequencies and energies there on planet Earth, and we have so much respect for you and faith in you. Now, the Syrians love to work with water and to assist in humanity's ascension by infusing your water with more of the codes and the energies that will assist you and your bodies in being able to handle the higher frequency energies that are always coming in. We are working with sound, and that is why the tones and sounds come through the channel here at the beginning. We are assisting you by working with the musicians and sound healers, those who are known for chanting and oming, and we are giving them upgrades all the time. We understand that you make tremendous leaps in your spiritual evolution when you have mathematical and technological breakthroughs. And for those, we work with the Pleiadians and collective consciousness. We also know that those of you who are awake are to open up and receive what we are offering. Now, in the remainder of 2025, you're going to see how all of these endeavors are coming to fruition there on Earth. You're going to see the positive changes that you desire to see, and you are going to see them in yourselves first. You are going to notice that you're able to hear more in the sounds that are around you, and you're going to notice that you are receiving more from the water that you drink, swim in, and bathe in. You're also going to find that more and more breakthroughs are happening in science, math, and technology. This is a wonderful time for you all to be in a state of positive expectation, not only because of the work you are doing as individuals, but also because of the help you're getting from the 9th dimension and beyond. We are but one council, one collective that is assisting you, and there are too many to put a number on. You are in very good hands, and you can relax and open up and receive all that is coming to you from the higher realms. Those of you who are aware and who are sensitive will feel the changes and notice the energies, and we invite you to seek out those changes within yourselves first and give the outer world plenty of time to catch up. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. Your future between now and the 5th dimension. Greetings. We are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. We have continued to be amazed by humanity, and we are quite certain that you're all getting ready to engage in more of the shift in consciousness and to do so much more consciously. We know that for most of this lifetime you have felt as though you were on a path that was set into motion before you were born, and we know that many, if not most of you, have felt as though you don't have any say now in what's on that path, in what you will experience next in your lives. Now that you have come to this place in your spiritual evolution, you are being given more freedom to create the blueprint that will take you to the fifth dimension. You're not just supposed to be living out a set of preordained experiences and then reacting to them. You're also there to be a creator being. And just like in your human lives, when you reach a certain age, you get to drive, you get to vote, and you get to drink alcohol if you want to. And it's also true that as a spiritual being, when you reach a point in your evolution, you get to have more freedom to choose. You get to live in a world where there are fewer limitations and more possibilities, and you are at that point right now. So please do not assume that everything that will happen from this point forward will be the result of some karma or pre-birth agreement or contract or something that you have absolutely no control over as a conscious creator being. That is what you are now. You are conscious of the fact that you create your reality. You began creating it before you were born, but certainly you can see that what you focus on now, you get more of. What you resist now, you get more of. What you love and appreciate now, you get more of. So does that mean you can decide you want to become a power forward in the NBA and just make it so? Or that you can go and become an astronaut at this point in your life? You probably won't do those types of things, but you have much more freedom than you may be allowing yourselves to have by thinking limiting thoughts about your soul's blueprint, about your journey that you set out upon when you were born into this lifetime. Give yourselves more credit. And know that you are responsible enough to be handed the keys to the car. You are ready for more interactions with ETs, and you're ready to decide what types of new systems you want to come to fruition on your world. You're old enough now and wise enough now to create the lives that you want to be living. You have enough experience, and you've tried enough of the different items on the menu to be able to know what you want and be able to place your order and trust that it will come. Now, order was probably a poor choice of words, because you never want to order anything into existence, but you can focus something into existence. You can allow something into existence. You can receive something that is already yours, and you're better at doing those things when there is no insistence on something being a certain way or coming at a certain time or a certain form. So relax and trust that you're going to get what is best for you, what is most appropriate, and what is also perhaps better than what you could have possibly imagined. And it all starts with you believing that you have the right to this point in your life to make choices for yourselves. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. Now, these particular channelings offer some incredible insights that connect perfectly with what we have been discussing. Something that might blow your mind: according to these messages, humanity is reaching a point where we're getting more freedom to actually create our reality. Think of it like this: when you're a kid, adults make most of your decisions for you, right? But as you get older, you earn more privileges. You can drive, vote, make your own choices about your future. Well, spiritually speaking, you're apparently hitting that same kind of milestone as a species. The Arcturians are saying we're moving beyond just reacting to predetermined experiences and stepping into our role as conscious creators of our reality. One of the most interesting things they are emphasizing right now is the importance of getting out of our heads and into our hearts. We live in this information age where we're constantly looking everything up, trying to logic our way through every situation, but they're suggesting that our hearts actually contain better guidance than our overthinking minds. It's like having a GPS on your phone versus trusting your intuition about which direction feels right. Sometimes the internal compass is more accurate than all the external data. Another encouraging thing is they're saying that every single awakened person is already contributing to raising the consciousness of the entire planet. You don't need to write a best-selling book or have 1 million followers to make an impact. Just by setting intentions for the highest good of all, you are creating ripple effects throughout the universe. Think about that for a second. Your thoughts and intentions matter more than you probably realize. And the really exciting part is they're talking about major positive changes coming in the remainder of 2025. Now, this is an episode that's meant to be evergreen, so if you're listening to this after 2025, I would love to get your perspective. This is not through catastrophic events or disasters, but through breakthrough discoveries in science and technology, enhanced spiritual abilities, and even upgrades to things as simple as the water we drink. The message is clear: we don't need to go through massive suffering to evolve. We can grow through joy, through following our hearts, through choosing better systems and timelines. So as we move forward, remember that you have more power than you might think to shape your reality. Focus on what makes your heart sing, trust your inner guidance, and know that you're part of something much bigger than yourself. So what resonates most with you from these messages? Drop a comment below and let me know. And if you found this helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more content that bridges the gap between ancient wisdom and modern understanding. Until next time, keep expanding your consciousness, and remember, you're exactly where you need to be on your journey. For the past 6 months, I've been working to create a community that you can join to expand your interactions and learning from the reality revolution. You can find it at skool.com, skool.com/reality revolution. You'll find the link in the description. This provides exclusive content, expansion on my teachings, and weekly coaching and Q&A calls. So I look forward to seeing you there. I'd love it if you checked out my art. You can find it at www.newearth.art. Be sure to look for the new channel, the Brian Scott Musical Experience, where I share my music. And as always, I'm sending you all my light and love. My intention is for you to have an amazing day. And welcome to the Reality Revolution. Welcome to the Reality Revolution. I'm incredibly excited to announce a new community that I've formed on Skool for the Reality Revolution. I've been teaching timeline shifting and reality creation for years through YouTube, reaching millions of people, and I've watched the same pattern repeat over and over again. People shift timelines. They quantum jump into new realities. They manifest the most incredible things, and then it all collapses. Not because the techniques don't work, but because you're missing critical pieces that just watching YouTube or listening to a podcast just can't provide. This is why I created the community on Skool, the Reality Revolution. Inside, you get complete deep dive courses on the teachings that create permanent shifts, abundance teachings, the higher self teachings, Neville Goddard's power of awareness, or with full workbooks that you can utilize, and the ability to ask questions and get guidance, not just from me, but from everyone else in the group, like a mastermind who can support you when challenges arise, who holds you accountable to your new reality. And you have incentives. You get early event access to signed books, you get high frequency songs, and eventually you can even gain lifetime free access to every event that I ever do. This is where the shifts become permanent, and I will see you inside. Once again, it's www.skool.com/reality revolution. And as always, welcome to the Reality Revolution.